set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a familiar face. This is Houston's first-round pick, of course, back in 2017, Deshaun Watson. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 16 carries, 67 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just when you want a first down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Texans, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The numbers for him from a week ago. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Texans hit 9-4 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. He'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think.
Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
A give running right is Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They run it again with Chubb. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now it's Watson. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down, here's an option right. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Watson now to throw. This complete to David Bell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw here. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's got some space here.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Another carry for Pierce.
And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Curtis Samuel, 26 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
York now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Watson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Rolling to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lewis. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Chubb will get the call running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Again, Watson to keep it.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
David Bell
from 8 yards out.
And the Browns have come back to make it a 2-point game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
Patterson going to bring this down to the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to throw again.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Cooks has it over the middle. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
On first down, it's Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Watson over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
To throw is Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To the air yet again, Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal week.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter of what's been a tight contest so far. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the 2nd half.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
For the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This one left side, caught by Patterson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. If we do, we get a chance to put points on the board.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Lewis.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got this down to the 35.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brooks. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Well, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that'll bring him back within a point. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
It's brought in by Harris. And it's a fumble, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got his target, Harris. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. 63 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On first down, it's Brooks. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They run the counter. Brooks. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run with Ford. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's got room. And they do finally get him at the 12.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. Here, this is just a case of imposing his will and deciding he did not be tackled right there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Pierce now up the middle.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
Touchdown!
Dameon Pierce
from 6 yards away.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Houston's offense taking over again, and they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here's Pierce.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And the Browns getting set to go.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 2nd and 5 now. Watson. Complete. This is Lewis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Watson, option left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. It's caught. Cooper.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Watson now to throw. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Watson to throw.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Houston set to take over.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Give to Pierce. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas.